Terry the Squirrel lived in the forests outside of Omaha, Nebraska. He was a curious and ambitious squirrel, always seeking more power and knowledge. One day, while rummaging through some discarded library books, Terry discovered the teachings of Satanism. Fascinated by the idea of immortality, Terry became deeply involved in the dark arts and eventually rose through the ranks to become a satanic priest. He became consumed by his desire for power and began to plot ways to make Bill 107B a law. This bill would grant immortality to whoever possessed it, and Terry was determined to have it for himself. However, Terry was blind to the consequences of his actions. He was so focused on getting the bill passed that he didn't realize the harm it would cause to the creatures of the forest and the humans beyond it. Despite the warnings of his fellow squirrels and the other creatures of the forest, Terry continued to push for the bill's passage. Eventually, the bill was passed, and Terry finally had what he wanted: immortality. But with it came great responsibility, and Terry soon realized the error of his ways. The power he had sought for so long was now a burden, and he felt trapped by the darkness he had once embraced. In a fit of rage, Terry went rogue, driving away from the forest in a stolen car with goggles on. He was determined to start a new life, away from the darkness that had consumed him. As he drove down the road, Terry suddenly realized he was no longer in control of the car. It was as if the car was driving itself, and he was powerless to stop it. Suddenly, the car swerved off the road into a ditch, flipping over several times. When Terry came to, he was no longer in the car. He was in a strange, unfamiliar place, surrounded by darkness. He soon realized that he was in hell, the very place he had once worshipped. The twist? Terry had been tricked by the devil himself, who had used him to carry out his evil plans. And now Terry was doomed to spend eternity in hell, paying the price for his blind ambition and thirst for power.
Terry the Squirrel. Terry.